Peace family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about this demon talk. Demon talk is when two beings have the same conversation, but this light being has a completely different intention behind the exact same thing that's being said over here. You know what I mean? Because there is nowhere else to hide, there's gonna be a lot of these demons out here calling us light beings demons. They don't have the fruit to show that they've been light beings. They don't have the fruits to show that they've been angels. They don't even have the fruits to show that they've been moving righteously. You know what I mean? Most of these beings were extremely disgusting and demonic until you came into their space and you lit their life up. I realize a lot of these demonic females, it's a lot of demonic men too. But for the men, you have to be careful in this space. Women as well too. I'm just speaking from a man's perspective. Because women are a lot more covert and sneaky and evil with their intentions. And one reason they have to be that way is because they aren't physically stronger than men. So if a baby really wants to get their way and they're a grown-ass adult, they're gonna do and throw whatever kind of temper tantrums they can. So the thing with these demons out here though, right? We all understand that the demons will mask themselves to be light workers, chosen ones, righteous beings, and they're not. Their fruits will show. If you go into their history and their past before you, they were some shitty ass beings before you. They started getting a little bit better with you, and to be honest, a lot of their accolades that they get to brag about in their life comes from being with us. If they're not with us, remove you from the picture, I guarantee you they have not anything else to brag about. They don't have anything else to boast about. You know what I mean? So a lot of these demons are using our techniques and our tactics, and they're trying to flip them now because it's the day and age of information. So me, I'm a very clear being. I'm very vocal. You know, I've been in this space before I had anybody believe in me. You know what I mean? But for some reason, I keep getting these demonic ass women, these gang stalkers that just wants to be in my space but trying to destroy me. If it's any healthy beings out there, I hope y'all know we have to work digitally now. This physical shit, we are all too spread out and too separated. Because a lot of this demon language is being used, misconstrued, and it's trying to throw people off their balance. You know what I mean? So, narcissistic beings are evil. Has not anything to do with being selfish. Stop putting selfish with narcissists. They are evil, intentional people and beings and entities. I don't look at my daughter and say, oh, she's narcissist because she wants to eat her chips and not sharing with me. That's stupid. Narcissists are not selfish. They are demonic, intentional, evil beings. When you say selfish, you're able to mix everybody else up in that pot. I had somebody tell me that, oh, because I told them that they wasn't going to be with another being like me, that I was being a demon, I was being a narcissist. And I'm thinking to myself, you don't know anybody that's putting knowledge out the way I am. You don't know anybody that's producing the way I am. You don't know any motherfucking fathers that's been fighting the way I've been fighting for mine for the past 8 years. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things in place. You don't know a man that's making organic soap. They will try to use some weird demonic information against your facts. If you've been making jewelry your whole life and you meet them and all of a sudden they want to, you're only making jewelry because of such and such. But you have the fruits to show you've been making it this entire time. A lot of these disgusting beings won't put themselves out there in front of people. They won't put themselves out there to the public. You know what I mean? And you have to be aware of the demonic language. It's a language. I just discussed this in the other video about how we all speak English, but it's different. Narcissists are not, I repeat, are not concerned with self. They are evil, intentional beings. If they was concerned with self, they wouldn't be so self-sabotaging majority of the time or suicide bombing. We have to get drove into a weird space in order to self-sabotage. And we don't run around crashing other people out. And we won't sit around and do covertly sneaky shit. That is not how we operate. But don't allow these demons to make you feel like you being solid in your belief system like you wrong. You know what I mean? I'm at a space now to where y'all almost got me at a space to where most straight men is like almost, they don't even want to be fucking bothered by women. That's how bad it's getting with these Western women out here. The men is easier. When men deal with other demonic men, I can punch you in the face. I will fuck you up. I will make you have to fight me. That's different. We can solve that equation right there and then. The women is not the same process out here because they've been given this false authority. So when a woman is bulking her voice up and getting all brolic and shit, I be thinking to myself, like, you know, if you didn't have this system in place, you wouldn't be doing this because you would be more concerned with maintaining your position in this tribe. You would know the consequences of you letting your nuts hang. I will never, ever, and I hope no man will ever be with another female that got bigger nuts than you. When these women start yelling and screaming and projecting and doing all this other weird shit, waking up in weird vibrations, you know what I'm saying? All that is showing that they have nuts. I don't want no masculine female. I'm not even trying to teach my daughter how to be a fucking masculine female. That's something that she has to learn how to be feminized, which is kind of naturally in her. And then I just kind of know that, all right, this is masculine. This is not where you're supposed to be diving in at. You can if we're doing things, but this is the energy you lead with. It's the energy you lead with. You have to be mindful. They will use your language against you. You know what I mean? I seen somebody say something about they put on this weird ass, we all know as agents on YouTube. So they find some weird ass agent talking about some, oh yeah, if he gets mad at you and does this and do that, like, it's weird because they find spells that work for them. I have always been expressive as far as why I respond. If I punch you in the face, I tell you why I punch you in the face. I have never in my 37 years punched somebody in the face and them not know why I punched them in the face. Ever. So I wouldn't start believing these demons now. I wouldn't start believing them now. You shouldn't start believing them now. You have to understand how disgusting these beings are on the inside. When they do nice things and helpful things to you, it's because they was already doing some other disgusting shit behind your back, or they're lining your ass up to do some more treacherous, disgusting shit. Man. It is no breaks, it is no days off. That's why it's always plenty of content to come back up here. It's always plenty of knowledge and information to come back up here and discuss and talk about, because it never stops to slow down. And then for me, if I'm getting a demonic attack from a witchy ass woman or a male, I transmute it. I'll make a really nice beat, or I'll come out here and I'll figure out how to give a lesson in it. So I be telling beings, like, when you giving me demonic energy, you're just giving me shit to transmute. Because I was already doing this prior. You know, a lot of us was already in the spaces we was in prior. So it's you just have to know that the Most High got you covered. You have to have a stronger, firm belief in your faith, in your belief system. You know what I mean? Because their job is to continuously work on you. I told one of these dumbass witches yesterday, I was like, yeah, I woke up, I was just a little exhausted. So when I was talking to them, I was just like, damn, yeah, I feel a little exhausted, like my spirit does, but my body does, but my spirit is still good. You know what I mean? Like, I just had like this whole 3-month court process with all kinds of shit. I had 2 different court things. I done got them both out the way. Y'all see, we still standing solid, we still fighting, we still smiling, you know what I'm saying? But when you go through the process, I'm not smiling in the middle of a fight. I'll smile before the fight and I'll smile after the fight. You know what I mean? But they wanna counter your light. You cannot counter this light because you've been a shitty being your entire life and you're only masking. If they are not doing things longer than 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, they are masking. It is a mask. 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 When we are moving around, we don't need people to be in good energy for us to give them good energy. I could walk in the house and see somebody in a shitty mood, but because of my energy is already in its own space, I could still walk in there, be me, hey, que paso, still lit, live energy, and still pick their spirits up. These demons, if you go into them and you're not in that kind of space, they're gonna try to pull you and beat you down even lower. You know what I'm saying? And then when their tactics don't work, they want you to engage with them. And they'll figure out ways to try to get you to engage with them by using all these different weird ass word spells. You know what I mean? And then trying to point the finger back around. Like, that only works if you're living righteously, if you're moving righteously, if you're moving properly. I'm not talking about Robin Hood. You doing what you got to do to survive. You have a different... The consequences for what you do when you're in survival mode weighs out differently than when you're in living mode. Because the universe already knows that we're capable of doing some things that we know we shouldn't be doing when we're in survival mode. So you don't get as much weight and you don't get accounted for as much of the pressure as you feel like you should for not making the best decision when you're in survival mode. That's the difference. Are you making these decisions in survival mode or not? A lot of these demons are just doing shit just to do it. You know what I mean? It's just a whole process, you know. And I would never get to a space to where I would start believing anything these demons are saying. You could tell me I'm a narcissist. You could tell me I'm demonic. You could call me every other name under the sun. But the way my fruit is set up, bitch, that doesn't work with me. And when the system shuts down, we'll see if your woman nuts hold up. Because y'all walking around so damn aggressive and so angry and demonic. It's almost not even worth different. Like the way most straight men are at the place now, right? It's either you got to deal with a demonic witchy ass woman in the physical realm, because most of the light beings are digital. So I know we are not close around each other. So I know it's other women that's spread out, but they're like, damn, all the niggas around is demonic. We have to start reaching digitally. It's the only way. If you're in the Western world, you're not gonna have a choice, because they already inflating the finances. So when candy bars used to be under 50 cents for us when we was little, they damn near $2 now. You know what I mean? Everything. So don't allow them witchy tactics and their demonic language to throw you off. They not shit. They not shit. I don't care how much they pretend or how much you force them to do for you. Because a lot of shit that they do for you is because you told them to do it. A lot of shit they do for you is because you told them to do for it. Not because they just genuinely wanted to do it. Not just because they have such a big heart and they felt like giving. No. 10 times out of 10, you had to project some energy, you had to vocalize it straightforward to them, and you had to write it out, explain it, break it all the way down, say how much it means to you, don't mean to you, all these things to get these demonic motherfuckers to help or assist you in that area. And then, you know that shit has still got a spiritual string attached to it. You know what I'm saying? So, I remember, like, this is how demonic they are, right? This is how demonic they are. I remember a long time ago. This isn't recent. This isn't recent. It's a long time ago. I've been in situations with females who just like to throw their box around for free. No money. You know what I'm saying? This is just what they love to do. Hey, you look good. I like you. That's a nice tree. I fuck you. That's a nice leaf. I hump you. You have women out here who will just throw it around, right? But then you have women who also work it as a business. So if you work it as a business, it's no reason for you to have a person and you're still being demonic towards them and you're getting a full dump off in exchange. That doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me. If I was fucking 3 women, it's no way in hell that I'm gonna go home or to my main person and then still be demonic and disgusting to them. For me to do that, I have to be a disgusting, evil being. Narcissists are not selfish. They are evil, intentional beings. They are evil, intentional beings. Stop putting that shit in there with selfish. Y'all trying to tell people that, oh, you gotta work on self, you gotta preserve self, you gotta do all these things for self. Shut the fuck up. shut the fuck up. That's how I feel. You gotta do for others. You gotta protect your energy. But all this selfish shit, even when I protect my energy when I'm around these motherfuckers, I'm still not being selfish. It's a difference between me not wanting to share and then just me being selfish. Clearly somebody had done something for me not to want to share my energy. So that's not selfish. That's called consequences. That's called discipline. That's called putting a little bit of respect on your being. You know what I mean? As a man, most of us, they don't value us in the Western world anyway. So you already, all you got is your manhood, nigga. They take your manhood, you done. You done. They take your manhood, you are done. Stop falling into these demonic spells and these demonic languages that these beings are using to kind of trick you and to manipulate you. You know what I mean? It ain't worth it. The same way they could constantly talk about their feelings, spew out negative, disgusting energy, the same way they could be talking about light things and putting out light energy and different ideas. You know what I mean? A lot of them want to be around people, but then they still want to control and manipulate your energy to where you don't even feel like being yourself. You know, you kind of just shut shit down and wait till you get the fuck away from them to start vibing the way you vibe. This shit is getting ill. It's getting ill. It's getting ill. It's getting ill. It's getting ill. But you have to understand that these demons are evil, ill-intentional beings. Stop placing that selfish shit. Just because somebody do something for self doesn't make them evil. If somebody don't want to give you a ride, that don't make them evil. If somebody don't want to give you no dick, that don't make them evil. If somebody don't want to give you no pussy, that don't make them evil. If somebody don't want to buy you some food, that doesn't make them evil. It's the intentions. It's the intentions which are not visible. That means you have to know spiritually what the fuck is going on and what's up. Because you will be thrown into the pot with everybody else, even though your fruits don't show it. And because you walk a different life, they're gonna put you in the box of, oh no, you're faking it for the people around you, or you're faking it for the YouTube, and you're faking it for this and that. Shut your demonic ass up. Because you ain't even in front of the camera doing any of this. I would love to see some of these demons get up here and put their face on camera and let people judge them. They wouldn't do it because they too disgusting and evil to do it. The ones that are on the camera that's doing it, they have already been in this space for so long to where they aren't fighting the other playbook anymore. They took on the playbook as if it's their own playbook. So the same way we follow the righteousness, our playbook, without any bends, folds, or breaks, the other beings who are publicly doing this have signed with the other team. That's why they feel so comfortable sitting up here lying and blabbering a bunch of shit to keep people lost and in chaos, you know what I'm saying, and not just in tune with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I seen somebody try to turn something on about a man giving a female silent treatment. Look, if you are being disgusting, I'm not going to give you no energy. I don't give a damn how many videos you put on. I don't give a damn what you're saying. I don't give a damn how much yelling and screaming you're doing. I don't have to give you energy. It's kind of like if they tied me up and was torturing me. I don't have to tell them anything. They could cut all my fingers off. They can cut my tongue out. They can do all of this shit. I don't have to engage. They show it in the movies, people engaging, because they showing you how weak humans are. I'm a spiritual being. Chop my arm and my finger off, bitch. I don't care. I'll come back with a new vessel. These motherfuckers gotta understand, like, we at a full out war right now. And this shit has not been slowing down. It's been ramping up. You know, ramping up to the point to where every day, whoever is around you that is a demon, they are going to send you some hateful, low vibration, disgusting energy at least once a day. They have to. It's in their contract. If they don't, then they will have to go through more extreme pain, suffering before they get out of here. More. Yeah, a lot of them don't just get to leave out of here early. That's why there's a lot of demons still here, because they suffering. I just had a man who got killed. I lost 3 people within this past 2 months, you know what I'm saying? Associates, not somebody that I'm with all the time, but associates, just people that I know. You know what I'm saying, bumping in the stores or playing basketball, hooping out here and shit, like. And It's crazy because some of these people, when they pass away, people are like, oh, they're good people, they blah, 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 blah. But then you have beings like me and like us who's out here fighting and shit, helping and healing. But then the closest people to us are doing the opposite. They are doing the opposite. The people who passed away, they just moved on to the next. They wasn't doing anything to help anybody. They was just light beings. So I don't want to say they weren't doing anything. They was light beings. So wherever they was being their light self. I had to reframe that, because even with one of them being a user, you know what I'm saying, he was a user, but he still was always in light spirit. He never did anything running around intentional robbing and harming people or doing shit like that. Like, he was always all love, you know what I'm saying. He was a sabotager, you know, he liked to use or whatever. So, but then you see the post and people like, oh yeah, he was a good guy, he didn't bother anybody, he's a good guy, he didn't bother anybody. But then you got beings like us who out here waking and fighting, and no acknowledgement from the immediate ones around us outside, except for we ain't shit. The bulk of the physical beings around us is gonna remind us or try to tell us and emphasize that we ain't shit. Even though we're helping and healing and reaching more beings. Even though we could be being consistent with this for years, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, my Godcast is still on my channel. I wasn't getting no goddamn likes and views for that shit. Y'all go look at some of that shit now. Some of them still are at like 30 to 60 views, 10 on down on the likes, you know what I'm saying? But I believed in me. The creator put me out here for me to do this, you know what I mean? So as using the people, it was like, that's a good way to get yourself comfortable, but I need you to do this individually. I don't need anybody else judging the characters around you. I need them to judge you. I'm out here to be judged. Hey, you can fuck with me or not fuck with me. That's how I feel. I don't tell everybody to like, comment, and subscribe. God damn it, you don't have to. Because I don't like and comment and subscribe to everything. It's my job to put the knowledge and information out there. You know what I'm saying? It's received whether you like, comment, or not, or subscribe. You know what I mean? You don't have to do those things. We all just understand that that's how the machine works, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't one of them people that will ever ask or emphasize that shit, you know what I mean? That just ain't me. The people that want to fuck with me, they gonna fuck with me organically and naturally. The ones that's not, they can go kick rocks. Because clearly they not trying to make this universe, this Western society, a better world or place for our next generation, you know what I mean? But I ain't want to run it up too long, you know what I'm saying? Tapping everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.